Right, quick little rubber band powered car project. Somebody asked me if I could make a car using just some cardboard, some bottle tops and some bamboo chopsticks. Now unfortunately I haven't got any bamboo chopsticks, so I'm going to have to use a couple of pencils. I apologise for that, but that's the closest I can come to bamboo chopsticks. He didn't say how many bottle tops he'd got. These are just milk bottle tops that I've got here. I've actually got 6 of them there. And he didn't say how much cardboard he could use either. So this is a piece of cardboard. It was a cardboard tray that fruit comes in the supermarket. So I'm going to cut that to make my chassis. Come to think of it, he didn't say how many rubber bands he could use or what he could use to glue the bits and pieces together. So I'll try and just use sticky tape. And he didn't say what tools he could use, so I'm going to use whatever tools I feel fit to use. But that's the bits and pieces. I'll take a few pictures as I go along. Okay, I've cut the basic shape I want for the chassis. What I'm going to do is bend that edge up, and that edge, so I've got a box shape. Put sticky tape around the edges, and then I'll drill holes through there, or push holes through for the axles to poke through, and see how we go from there. To make it easier to make these bends, all I'm doing is I'm pushing down with my steel ruler and a lump of wood. So that it then folds up nicely. So that's the general idea. I'll run some sticky tape around the edges. That's an extra piece of cardboard that I'm going to put across there just to strengthen it, because that's where I'm going to put the rubber band. Okay. Right, I've poked a hole through either side. I've actually cut a hole out there to allow for the rubber band to coil up. Got to poke a couple of holes through the other side as well, and then we'll have to see if we can fit some wheels. Right, I've poked the other hole through there just to make sure it's got some clearance. I'm giving it a good wiggle around like that to make sure that the axle has a free run in there. That actually still feels a little bit stiff, so I might have to open it up a little bit more. But that'll be the front wheels on that there, and the back wheels there. Rubber band from there to there, and hopefully it might move forwards. Right, need to poke some holes in the middle of these bottle tops. And you don't want to make them too big, because they've got to be a tight fit on your chopsticks. If you remember, that's what those are supposed to be. But I don't have any chopsticks, so they're pencils. sure if my pencil's quite long enough actually. Should have used either a longer pencil or one that wasn't already sharpened. Can't quite get two. What I wanted to do was make the wheels wider by putting two on there. Push them on far enough that side. I haven't got enough left on this side. Okay, just have to be single wheels then. We'll have trouble with wheel spin, that's the problem. Have to put rubber bands on them to try and stop them spinning then. Okay, let's put some rubber bands on and see what happens. Right, there's a few rubber bands joined up together. Turn them onto there. Wrap them around there. I actually want it the other way up, but this is just to demonstrate what's happening. And straight away we get wheel spin, so I'm going to put rubber bands around the wheels to try and give us some grip. Trouble with having such small wheels, it's far too easy to spin them. There's a bit of motion. Those small ones. Yeah, there's another small one. Well, it's a car and it moves. It's not moving very far. See if we can wind it up the other way round so I can turn it over, because the bodywork's a bit low to the ground on that side. Right, we'll see if we can get some sort of benchmark to see what sort of distance we're getting, because we're not getting very much at all at the moment, but we'll see if we can get something and then improve on it. I've got to start somewhere. So I've got my tape measure out. I've got it starting at 0. It's not going to go very far, but we'll see what we can get out of it. Well, we want a bit more than that. Always go to the front wheel, shouldn't we? That's 50 centimetres. That's rubbish, but that was all wheel spin. See if we can do it without so much wheel spin. What I want to do is try and play around with the wheels, see if I can get some different bottle tops, because the guy didn't actually specify what bottle tops to use. I'll try it without winding it up quite so much so it doesn't spin the wheels. Right, got to beat 50 centimetres. Back to the beginning of the line. 70 centimetres. Give it one more try, and then we'll go and see what improvements we can make to it. Is just on 90, so just by winding it up more carefully I improved, nearly doubled the distance, but I'll go and play around with it now, see if we can improve that. It does work, it doesn't work very well, and that is a piece of cardboard, bottle tops, and I've used pencils because I couldn't get hold of bamboo chopsticks. Right then, I've made some changes. Most obvious one is I've cut a big slot out the middle so it's easier to get hold of the rubber band. Next thing I've done, I've actually taped 3 bottle tops together on each side, so I've got wider wheels, and I've wrapped lots of rubber bands around them now. In fact, I might even put a few more on, but so to actually give me better grip. I've also taken the liberty of using another pencil or bamboo chopstick, pencil in my case. I put that on the front because that cardboard wasn't holding up very well when I was using it to stretch the rubber bands. So now I can get to the rubber band easily to wrap it around the back wheel. So what we'll do now is we'll go back in the kitchen and see what distance we can get. Right, same setup as before. Got my tape measure out there. Attach the rubber band to the back just by wrapping it on top of itself. Lining up with the back of the tape measure. Well, that's doubled the distance, and probably would have gone further if it wasn't getting stopped by the tape measure. I'll try that again and move it away a bit. point it off to the left, hopefully. Oh, I've got a bit of wheel spin that time, that wasn't so good. But we're still achieving 150 centimetres. I'll give this another try, and then I might just put a few more rubber bands just for that last extra bit of grip. See if we can go without wheel spin. Oh, doesn't help if I let all the rubber go before I let go of the car, does it? Okay, on the line. Only 140 that time. Let's have a look. Okay, have a look at the front of the wheels, because that's upside down. Lift that up. It's 170. So we're not far off 2 metres now. Right then, just added a load more rubber bands just to try and give us a little bit of extra grip and avoid that bit of wheeled spin. It's only 150 again. Better. 180. It would be really nice if we could just make it to 2 metres as a target. I don't know whether to add any more rubber bands to the actual engine. The trouble is, if I add any more, it will make it too strong and we'll get too much wheel spin. Oh wow. Let's go up and have a look. Well, that's actually gone over 220. So I think that'll do for now. We started off with what was it, about 50 centimetres, and we've improved it to 220 with very little effort. I think to get more than that, then it will be quite an effort if we're limited to just those bottle tops as wheels, and the bit of cardboard, and the bamboo chopsticks as axles, which I'm using pencils for because I don't have any bamboo chopsticks. Anyway, I hope that answers the challenge that I was given. I'd have liked to have done much greater distance, but I'm not going to get much more out of it with what I've got there, not without changing the dimensions of the car quite a bit. If it was a lot longer, then you could have a longer rubber band on it, and that should get it going for a longer distance, but I'll leave it at that. Job done. That was fun.